Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and tonight you're watching me on Bowdabra, which means it's Monday. So for those of you not familiar, we go live here on Bowdabra each and every Monday at 7 Eastern, and behind the camera tonight is Dad, so let's all thank Dad for recording me. But we have an exciting plan for you tonight. We have a very, simple summer wreath. We're going to be making tons of patriotic designs. So without further ado, Dad's going to show off some of the products, and I'm going to pull up the video, make sure we're live. All right.
Look at all these ribbons.
All right, right? So my favorite from last week, from what I remember, was this one.
Yep.
I'm thinking this one is going to be more my speed tonight. So I'm excited to use that red one. We're going to be creating kind of like a, I don't know how would we describe it? Like a picnic table, I guess, in a sense, design tonight. We're going to be working with some red geraniums and some white roses.
This one's my favorite tonight.
The dark blue?
The blue checkered.
The blue checkered. Yeah, that's pretty mine. One too. So as you guys come in, be sure to say hi. How's the quality? Ooh, the quality looks great today, Dad. So, hey, Pamela. Welcome, you guys. Who's excited? We're going to be using our two Bowdabras. We're going to do a mini bow, probably just as an example. Truth be told, I don't use this a whole lot. This is perfect for hair bows and very dainty bows. Of course, we do tons and tons of wreaths, where the large Bowdabra becomes my friend in that case. So, mini, large. It also comes with two wands right here that you can use to compress your ribbons and wires. And we're going to be using our wire. Want to do your little spiel on the wire, Dad?
100-yard spools of Bowdabra wire. Comes in silver and gold, everyone.
That's right. So we're going to need a cut-a piece to start off with. I don't use this a whole lot either. I never really fill my bows up a lot. So if you follow me on Nick's Seasonal Decor, you guys know me as being very simple with bow making. I don't love doing too many different prints, and I also don't like adding too many different loops as well. So, but if you do, do tree toppers or, massive bows, this would definitely come in handy, the wand. So we're going to just cut a length of our wire.
I just wanted to say, Nick, you look very handsome tonight. Your hair looks dapper. Look, guys, look at Nick. Look at my son. Look at him.
I got a haircut tonight, you guys.
Looking dapper.
Yesterday. We got a haircut yesterday. Nope, that's a lie. The night before yesterday. So what?
Was it the night before? Yeah.
Yeah. So yesterday was actually our Easter, you guys. We celebrated Easter yesterday. I think all Orthodox celebrates it. What is it? Also Russian Orthodox. Is that a thing too? So that's what we did yesterday. It was a great day. So we're going to start off with this ribbon. We're going to actually just do a blue and red combo for this bow. So this ribbon is very thick, very sturdy, but since it's very thick, you got to be careful not to work in too many loops, because if you work in too many loops and we kind of twist and alternate, the bow will be very, very hard to kind of finish off and pull tight. So we're going to start with, yes, if you guys would be interested in a free roll of ribbon, all you have to do is just comment down below. Your likes and shares are greatly appreciated as well. So I forgot from last time. See how it's pieced together?
Yeah.
That happens no matter where you order ribbon from. It's just a thing that happens. So don't let that stress you out too much. Just go with the flow. Don't, stress yourself out. So we're going to cut a length of this. You can actually purchase your ribbon kits through our affiliate link in the comments section. So if you're interested in purchasing, whether it's just a ribbon or if it's just a Bowdabra or just a wire, use our link down below.
Hi, Rose. Susan says my voice sounds like the Red Sox announcer. Which one, Jerry Remy?
Yeah, so Steven and Dad have great, radio voices, I'd say. Me, I stutter like crazy. I don't know what it is. The best thing, when I edit videos for the exclusive wreath community, I always just cringe. Still to this day, you guys, and we've been at this, a long time, because I stutter. And it's because I think too fast, Dad, and I think of a whole plot in my head of what I'm going to say, and then when I say the words, they don't come out right. So that's what happens. Dad and Steven are a lot better than me than that. Dad's the best at it, because Steven does get a little stuttery as well. So yes, the link is in the comments section. Hi, Joe. Nice to see you. So now what we're going to do, let's do a funky bow with this. We haven't done that with this ribbon yet. So we're just going to take our ribbon, pinch in the middle, and create what we call mini awareness ribbons. So we're just going to create a bunch of those. See how the tails are, different lengths? One's about, what, an inch longer at least?
Yep.
Not going to matter. Just place it right into the Bowdabra, loop on one side, two tails on the other. And we're going to repeat that process over and over again.
Hi, everyone.
All right, so also, you guys, if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. That's what I'm here for. And if you enjoy watching us here on Bowdabra, the best thing you could do is let us know. We always appreciate, your support.
Yeah, don't forget to say you guys want to win that free roll of scrunchy ribbon.
Yes.
I believe it's red, silver, and gold, I believe.
Yes, those are the 3 colors. Look at Dad memorizing things. He forgets my name, but he remembers the color of the ribbons. So we'll come back in with another blue, and then we'll probably stop after one more. We don't need too many on this bow. So create our final loop with 2 tails. Snip it off. And place it into your Bowdabra. All right, so that's going to be it for that ribbon. Now what we can do is take our wire right here, and since we folded it in half, you're going to have an open end that's been cut, and then you're going to have a loop. Doesn't matter which way. Watch this. We're going to place it back in, turn it in the opposite direction. Now it's on the other side, so it doesn't matter. You're going to just take your wires, pull them through that little loop, and pull tight. Nice and easy. I just got a Bowdabra. I'm so excited to use it. Awesome.
Yeah, Kara's excited. Yep.
Yes. So Kara is also one of our lovely exclusive Wreath community members, and she posted a picture for our critique the other day, and the progress she has made is just unbelievable. Her wreath was absolutely stunning. So she's doing me proud, which makes me very, very happy. So now what we're going to do is what? Let's see if everybody knows what this is called. What are we doing to the ends of these ribbons, you guys? Yes, Marianne says, my son and nephew do the same thing. They think too fast. It gets to be a problem, Marianne. It really does, because, you know, when I want to say something, I go to say it, and, like, I jumble up 3 different conversations I'm having in my head all at once. So that's something we're going to work on. But I just get so excited. I think that's what it comes down to, Dad, is I just get so excited to say what I have to say, and then I just can't spew it out correctly. But, you know, we'll work on it. So this, let's see. Anybody know what this is called? What did I just do? Beverly would like to win some red scrunchy ribbon. We can pull our long tails down.
Steve says dovetail. Linda says dovetail.
Right, yes. So now we'll just fluff that out real quick, not putting too much effort into it. This ribbon is very easy to fluff, which makes it, you know, nice. So this ribbon comes in a kit, and it's actually at a very reasonable price.
Beautiful ribbon,
so
too.
It comes with these 2 rolls. It comes with, let's do a quick little breakdown. That'll hold this up. This roll, that roll with the American flag, the same ribbon, but in just beige, which is my, you know, one of my all-time favorites. 2 50-yard spools of 1.5-inch gingham. We got the red, and then we got the navy, the dark navy. And then we have a 2.5-inch 50-yard spool of red, white, and blue. And I think that's it. So all of those rolls for that price. All right, so we fluffed out our bow. I see we're almost at 260. Let's keep those likes and shares coming, you guys. Let's see if we can hit 300 live viewers tonight.
Hi, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon. All right, how simple is that?
Beautiful.
We only added how many loops of each? Do you remember, Dad?
I don't remember.
2.
2? Yeah.
So 4 loops total, 8 tails, and that's the effect we get. If we wanted to do 1 more of each, it would still create a beautiful bow. 4 would be a great bow as well. If you go any more than 5, I think it'd just become a little bit too thick and a little bit more complicated to work with. So don't feel as though you have to add in tons and tons of ribbon. You know, this is a 10-yard spool, and we've probably created, what, 4 or 5 bows over the last couple of weeks using it. So a little does really go a long way.
Thank you, Marianne. We did, honey. We had a great Easter.
Thank you. Yes, we did. All right, so first bow down. What do you guys think of that?
Beautiful.
Hey, Judy. All right, next bow. Hi, Delaney. Now we'll cut another length of wire off. And what ribbon should we use next? Dad really liked that navy blue.
I love it.
So let's work in that bow just of that ribbon, and then we can come back in with another bow, and then more and more and more, because we can never do too many bows.
Deborah says the Bowdabra is an awesome thing, and it is awesome.
It is awesome. Hi,
High
Marilyn.
quality, lasts forever.
It does. So that's why, you know, Bowdabra is so awesome that they don't have the kits where you just, you know, you have to purchase the Bowdabra with it. You don't need to purchase your Bowdabra with it if you already have one. I've still had mine for 10 plus years now, so they last a very, very long time. But you can just order the ribbons alone, the wires alone, the Bowdabra, mini Bowdabra, whatever you want. So let's cut a length of tails off. We're going to do a traditional bow.
I love that ribbon.
Me too. It's a beautiful ribbon. So, look, one tail is going to be much longer than the other. We'll just take that, place it into our Bowdabra like so. And let's get up close, because I feel like a lot of people are still a little bit confused. So I just take my ribbon and I place it inside like so. See what I did to the right side, Dad? See how we have a little bit of an
overhang?
Overlap?
Yep.
Always want at least ½ an inch, you guys. Any less than that, let's say we take this and place it. Yes, ducktail, dovetail, same thing. place it in. If we place it too close, when we go to fluff this loop, if we add any pressure at all, it'll slide right out. So leave it at least ½ inch. You don't see it. You're not really wasting it. And start making your bow. So this is going to be a traditional bow. We're going to do, at least 4 or 5 loops on either side. So this ribbon's definitely a lot thinner than the canvas or the burlap ribbon we just worked with, which means we can work in more loops without, making it too thick. So I do rotate my Bowdabra. That's another question we get asked a lot. I rotate my Bowdabra. Hi, Carolina. Because I find it easier for me. But if you didn't want to rotate it, you don't have to. All you have to do is just, move it with your hands like so. But I'm so used to doing it at that point that it feels kind of awkward to me if I don't move my Bowdabra as I'm designing.
Pierrette says, what was the main course for our dinner, Nick? That's tough to answer. We had a couple of main courses.
We did. We had lamb.
Pasticcio,
which is kind of like a Greek lasagna. Cookies, of course. What else did we have?
I had dessert 3 times.
Macaroni and cheese. Yaya made baked macaroni and cheese. And we also had...
Spanakopita?
Yep.
Spinach pie?
Spinach pie. And my favorite thing is when Yaya cooks her lamb or turkey or whatever for that matter with the
roasted potatoes.
The roasted potatoes with it. It's so good, you guys. Oh, nothing's like a roasted potato. I just like to carb up, I guess. But we're gonna take our wire. Again, we see how we have a little bit of an overhang, at least ½ inch.
Yep.
Important. Now we can just tighten it. For the funky bows, do you recommend using only a 1½ inch ribbon versus a 2½ inch? So, Kara, that's a great question. The thing for me is that it's always personal preference. There's no rules that say you have to do something one way or another. Over the last 1.5 to 2 years, if not longer, I've been a huge 1½ inch fan. 2½ inch, I still love it, but I think I can get more use out of a 1½ inch personally, which is great about this kit because, it's like split down the middle. 50% 1½, 50% 2½. So then we can just pull our tails down. Look at that. So you absolutely can, and we're going to show you an example today using 1½ inch and 2½. Perfect traditional bow. This would work for any season, any holiday. This bow technique, above all techniques, is timeless. This has been around for what? I don't know how many years. I'd say 100 years, probably, this traditional bow technique. When I think of Christmas wreaths, I think of this technique. And when I think of year-round, I also think of this. So perfect technique, perfect bow. What do you guys think? So let's show you an example of using the 1½ inch and the 2½ inch now. So we're going to cut another length of wire. And the question was, do I recommend a 1½ inch or a 2½ inch for funky bows? So we're going to do a blend of both just to show you that it'll still look just as great. So let's work in this ribbon. Okay, so we're going to just pinch, create our loop, create our longer tails. Let's make it a little bit bigger, a little bit more stately.
Janae says macaroni and cheese is my favorite food to eat. My daughter Bella's favorite food, too.
Yes, Bella's been a macaroni and cheese girl
since she was a little kid.
For as long as I can remember. So there's our first ribbon, right? Now we'll come back in with our red. So we're going to use this red again, so I want to make sure to have it because we're going to be designing our wreath with this ribbon. Place it in. So I already cut one as an example. Now I'm just showing you guys what you can do just using it in your Bowdabra. Place it in. Snip off your tail. Come back in with a 2½ inch. And repeat that process. Yes, what's your favorite bow, you guys? Let me know. Love the multiple loop bows. Me too. Those are always been a favorite of mine. Cut another tail off. Come back in with another 1½ inch. So as I said before, you can cut them ahead of time or you can place them in your Bowdabra and then cut them. I feel like either process is, the same. Just depends on what you want and what you feel more comfortable doing. So that's 2 loops. Let's stop at that point. We don't need to do too many. Just as an example, right? Take your wire, pull it to the middle, bring that wire through the other, and then pull tight. Then what we can do is take our wire, see? Taking them, pulling them tight again, taking them to the back of my bow. I always want my wires to be on the back of the bow, unless we secure it to the wreath.
Rose loves the funky bow best. Me too. I love the funky bows.
Yeah, Dad's a big funky bow fan. So now what we can do is dovetail. So dovetailing really takes your bows to the next level. And for those of you that have made bows before, how many of you guys have dovetailed them? I think it's a very crucial step because it really finishes off your tails, and it shows your customers, or if you're giving this as a gift, your friends and family or whoever is receiving their bow, that you kind of went the extra mile and added smaller details. With any business for that matter, I think the finer details really showcase your business the best. So don't be afraid to spend that extra minute or two in dovetail. And if you're with Dad, make sure you don't miss any, because I always miss them with him. Throw our tails away.
You haven't missed any in a while, Nick.
Yeah, because I don't want you to have the satisfaction of me missing any. So just pull those loops apart, pull those tails apart, fluff the heck out of it, and you're good to go. Let's fluff this tail out. So you're just going to have to spend an extra minute or two. My biggest tip that I always tell our followers is to make sure that you spend an extra minute once you have your wreath or your bow in its final location to really bring it to life. I think that's really how you get the best effect, is when, this looks great as it is, but if you place it on something and then spend the extra couple minutes fluffing it on its final location, that's really how everything looks its best. So you can absolutely work a blend of 1.5 inch and 2.5 inch together. So also be sure to join Bowdabra's group. They do have a group where lots of other members post their pictures and designs that they use their Bowdabra with. So you can join that. It's pinned in the comment section. It's the Bowdabra Fan Gallery. Now we'll cut off another length of ribbon. So this bow, Dad, is going to be for our wreath.
Another length of Bowdabra wire, not ribbon.
What did I say? Wire.
Ribbon. It's a ribbon.
Place it into your Bowdabra. Now we're going to use our red. So what do you guys think? I think a funky bow for this. We did a traditional bow using the same ribbon, different color. Now we'll do a funky. How's that sound?
Love my funky bows.
You do love the funky bows. So we'll cut a length of tails. We'll cut some long tails so you guys can really see the difference it makes when you work in long tails onto a bow. Place it into your Bowdabra. Now what we can do is start creating our bow. So what we can actually do, I'll show you guys this one for this example. We can actually just place our ribbon inside, create our loop, and cut off our tail. Right?
Yep.
Nice and easy. Maybe make that loop a little bit bigger.
Linda says, where do you get the kit?
So you can order it. Bowdabra will pin the comment again. All you have to do is just click the link and it'll redirect you to their website. And you can order your ribbon. You can order just your wire, just your Bowdabra, whatever you're looking for. All right, come back in with a couple more. I want to make sure that we have enough, because we're not going to be adding tons and tons of flowers to this wreath, you guys. So I want to make sure that the bow looks, big and beautiful and kind of like a picnic table, I guess, because that's kind of what this print reminds me of. Doesn't it remind you of a tablecloth cover?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
So I want to make sure that, it's a big, beautiful bow. So this could be patriotic as well. We're just keeping it red and white. So it could be summertime. It could be watermelon themed. It could be a number of things depending on how you look at it. So we have 5 loops. Let's do one more just for good measure.
Jennifer says pretty bow. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Jen. Nice to see everybody tonight. So how many of you guys enjoy our tutorials in Bowdabra? Let me know if I've helped you make a bow by now. And if I haven't, that's okay. We still have hundreds more to go. So we're not going to stop bow making ever, because I know that we have, constantly new people joining and, looking for either a craft, a hobby, a business, or just how to create something beautiful. So we're going to continue doing our bow tutorials, as many and, as much as possible. So there's our bow. Now we're going to dovetail those tails real quick before working them. But before working our bow into the wreath. Makes it easier when you do it ahead of time. That way you don't have to sit there and kind of, find every single tail on a big bulky grapevine. So just fold them in half, cut from the middle out towards the wired edge. And I see we're at almost 300. Keep those likes and shares coming, you guys. And if you're just tuning in, Bowdabra is giving away a free roll of scrunchy ribbon tonight. They do it every Monday that we're live. And also be sure to follow them, because they, I post content and videos all the time as well.
Someone has a challenge for you, Nick. I missed it. It flew
what's
up.
the challenge?
Was that Jeff? I'm not sure. I didn't see the name, but
I have a challenge for you, Nick. I need to see you do one with writing or saying on it, please. So actually, we did that earlier today, actually. We did one with a welcome ribbon, which I'm excited to have posted.
Is that harder, Nick, when it's got writing on it, to try to keep the...
Yes. So like I said, I'm a simple guy, and, simple print is my favorite. But this morning for the exclusive wreath community, we did work in a funky bow using the welcome ribbon. But I've never been a huge fan. And each designer is different. Every single person is different for that matter. So some designers out there love, ribbons with tons of prints and sayings and, you know, the one that comes to mind the most for me is Halloween. You know, a ribbon might have boo, spooky, bats, and stuff like that. I like my bows to be a little bit more simple, so we don't tend to work with a whole lot of them. But when we do, you do have to be a little bit more, you know, conscious of placement. So I don't have any of that ribbon on my table as of right now, but we will do one next week if you guys want to see us work with ribbon that has sayings on it, I guess. Because I've purchased my fair share. They just don't get used as much as, you know, I was hoping for. So what I've done is I've just wrapped it around my grapevine, and now we're just securing it from behind. And this is when the wire comes to the front, which we need to, you know, snip off. So now that our bow's placed, we can just cut it off because we did make sure to twist it secure at least 4 or 5 times to, you know, prevent it from falling off. Fluff your bow.
Are there better quality grapevines? Good, great question. I think grapevines have been hit or miss lately. What do you think, Nick?
I think so too, yeah. But, you know, as I've always said, what is my saying when it comes to grapevines, Dad?
You can make them all work. Just
every grapevine is a good grapevine.
cover the ugly side. Yeah.
Just the fact that you have a grapevine alone, you're a step above a lot of other people. So, you know, we can always make them work. There's no bad grapevine. Obviously, there's ones that we can do certain techniques with. But when it comes, you know, down to it, the uglier the grapevine, the more I do full floral wreaths with that. So I usually like to save my prettier grapevines for tutorials like this, where, you know, you still see a large portion of the grapevine, and we don't want to have, you know, a wonky looking grapevine being visible. So no grapevine's a bad grapevine, to sum it up. All right, there's our bow. How pretty is that? Give it a fresh cut. Now what we can do is start working in our flowers. Do you know what flowers these are, Dad? Come on,
geraniums?
Geraniums, that's right.
Hi, Isabella from the Philippines.
Wow, from the Philippines. Welcome, Isabella. But yes, these are geraniums, and we actually just planted, like 25 of them in the yard. So we're working with pink and salmon this year. But red geraniums will always have a special place for me, because when I was a kid, Dad may not know this, but when I was a kid, every Memorial Day weekend, me and Yaya would go and purchase red geraniums. We haven't done that in a long time, because Yaya's the type to be like, oh, we don't need any more flowers. But that's okay. I surprised her the other day with some. So let's work in a few more. But, you know, we're not going to be adding any blue to this. So this is going to be patriotic, but patriotic in the sense of like summertime. All right, a few more. So Bowdabra has shared the link where you can purchase just the ribbons down below. So just click that pinned comment and you can be redirected to get some. Work in another geranium here. And all we're using is just one bush of these, Dad. That's it. So you don't need too many flowers, do you?
Nope.
Just a few here and there. Take this one and I'll actually just shove it right in the middle of the bow. See that?
Yep.
I've always been a fan of doing that, you guys. You know that by now. I have one leftover leaf. I'll just take that and I'll place it here. Why not, right?
Yep.
All right. So now we can work in a few white flowers. And I see we're at 315. Thank you all for all of the likes and shares. I appreciate that more than you know. And, you know, our whole goal with doing these videos, which I'm breaking down white roses, I forgot to say that. The whole goal with doing any of these videos is to help, you know, inspire you and help teach you how to, you know, become the best bow maker possible and designer, and just get you thinking outside the box. I think a lot of us that have been designing for a while, we, you know, initially started off being very, very self-critical, overthinking. That's another big struggle a lot of us have, is overthinking our designs. Do we love it? Do we hate it? And when you just go with the flow, you can really surprise yourself and not drive yourself crazy at the same time. So don't stress. It'll still turn out just as pretty. Take another white rose. I'll place that one here. Isn't that a pretty wreath, Dad?
It's very pretty.
Just one simple bow, a little bit of greenery, and a few white roses.
Don't forget to say you guys want to win the ribbon.
Yes, it's crunch time, you guys. We only got a couple minutes of this live left, and Bowdabra's going to be announcing the winner any minute. So if you don't want to win a free roll of ribbon, you know, you're lost. But if you do want to win a free roll, all you have to do is just let us know. And come on. Look at that. So after the video, Dad, what do I always make sure to do with our reeds and our bows or anything that we design?
Fluff it and
make sure it's the best looking design as, you know, we possibly can get it. So spend that extra few minutes. If your bow doesn't look right to you right now, walk away from it. You might love it in an hour or so. And if you don't, just keep shifting around those loops and adjusting it, because eventually you'll get it exactly the way you want it. So just pull those tails down, give everything a good fluff, And there we have a beautiful, simple, funky bow, geranium, and rose wreath. And isn't that the perfect summer wreath? You could add a watermelon, you could add some ants. I think that would be cute. So don't need to overcomplicate things. We added, let's count the loops together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 loops? 5 loops. That's it, 5 loops. So simple. So let's create another bow. 320 viewers, thank you guys. Let's do our mini now. Let's do a quick little mini bow since we're crunch time. All right, so we're going to cut a length of our Bowdabra wire. Don't need too long of a length because we're using our mini. Place it inside. I like to take my wires and place them underneath my Bowdabra. Makes it easier and it keeps it from kind of getting in the way. So now what we can do, let's use this ribbon. I think this is a pretty ribbon. So this is not a part of the collection. I got this from Joann's for Christmas time, but this would work just the same for summer. So that's another thing, you guys, is stop thinking that just because something has a label that says Peace and Time, Christmas Time Collection, that it has to be used at Christmas. This would work for Christmas. It would work for the 4th of July, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, you name it. So we'll start off by cutting our tails. With this little bow tie, I always cut my tails off first. I don't like the way it kind of cinches in the middle, so I like to have them kind of completely separated. So we'll take our tail.
We have our winner. Congratulations to Tracy Brown.
Congratulations, Tracy Brown. Let's all congratulate Tracy.
Yay.
Tracy, send Bowdabra a message and they'll send your roll of ribbon out. So again, the color choices are red, silver, and gold. So I just placed my ribbon in. Again, a little bit of an overhang. Create 1 loop. Create 2 loops. Let's do something a little bit different. Let's do 4 of these loops. And then what are we going to do, Dad?
I'm going to leave you a little button.
Our little button loop, right? Okay.
Nancy says, love polka dots.
I know, these polka dots are cute. So just place that in.
Jackie says, all the bows you made tonight are beautiful.
Thank you, Jackie. Pull it through the loop. Pull it tight. Take it out of your mini. Again, another quick little tightening up. Tie it from behind. And then what we can do is we can fluff that out. So we'll just take our tails, bring them underneath our loops, bring our little button loop, and there we go. So lots of you guys also wonder what we do with our bows because we make so many. We actually just give them away to our wreath customers. So at this moment in time, we don't sell our bows. You know, who's to say in the future, you know, if we start that. But, you know, as of right now, all of our Bowdabra bows do get placed in our wreath boxes. So lots of you guys watch us live making these bows, purchase, you know, a non-related wreath from my shop, and then you end up getting the bow that you watched made. So that's just another cool little aspect. So that's what you can do with your mini Bowdabra. This would work on a wine bottle. This would work going up your staircase. I think, you know, up on the spindles. I keep forgetting that word. Spindles, every 5 or 6 spindles having a little bow. A gift box, a present, a bag, you name it. That would look cute on it. So let's do a quick little recap. We created that bow, this bow. I want to know what your favorite bow of the night is. This bow, and then we did a little funky bow just using a couple loops, and lastly, our wreath, which I love. I think the wreath is my favorite from tonight. Probably my favorite Bowdabra tutorial that we've done so far. I say that each week, you guys. Don't listen to me. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm Nick Credicoast. You're watching me on Bowdabra. You know, we are going to have some bow videos out on my page, Nick's Seasonal Decor, using the Bowdabra. I'd like to say within the next week, and I'll let you guys all know through my Instagram and Facebook stories exactly when that video will premiere. And I'll also let Bowdabra know, that way they can share it with all of their followers as well. So we're going to have some pre-recorded videos designing with the mini and the large. We've already done a couple over the years, but we're going to have some more out hopefully in the next week or two. So that is the update. Thank you, Sandy, for allowing me to be a guest on Bowdabra tonight. And we will see you all next Monday. What time, Dad?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. And Bowdabra, like I said, each and every Monday that we're live does give away a free roll of ribbon. So all you have to do is just join us and let us know. So love you all. Thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Sandy.